Whoa! We're live!
We're live, and it's Monday. It's the 2nd of November, and it's the She Hates Games recap show.
Recap show. I'm Tom.
And I'm Diana.
And She Hates Games. Let's find out what she hated for the month of October 2020. Roll the intro. All right.
Whoa, yeah, all right. We played games Tuesdays and Fridays and even some days in between.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
And we definitely played 10 games worth of rating a top 10 or really a top 5 and a bottom 5.
Yeah, the 5 best and the 5 least worst. Love.
That's
Boo.
right.
No
That's
good.
right.
Okay.
All right. So, let's start with the worst games of October.
Games. Whoa.
Well, in order of it's kind of bad to the worst ever, we're going to start with the it's kind of bad.
It's kind of bad. Do you want me to pull them over and show them,
You
or
can
no?
pull them over. We can hold it up.
Okay.
Number 5.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cloud City.
It's a little cloudy, overcast with a little bit of no fun times. Oh, I did.
That's right, you did.
What score did we actually give it on our She Hates Games 10 out of 10?
We gave Cloud City a 7 out of 10.
Well, 7 out of 10.
It's a solid meh.
It's a strong meh.
For us. I mean, in any normal game channel of 7 out of 10, it's respectable and very good. And it's
if I was like single and I was dating Cloud City, I'd go again and maybe get a free dinner.
That's right.
Or,
maybe Kabul Hamid.
Maybe go Dutch. Because, you didn't want that third date to have to pan out. And you kind of feel bad about getting out of there. But anyway.
Whoa,
that's too much. It's too much information.
So it's a good, crazy, just family hanging out, building cities kind of game. But it's not anything special.
Oh, gosh. It's not anything special.
It's just bridges and
this is where you're making your own map.
Buildings and
you're making your own buildings and
bridges
and you're making connections to buildings that are the same height and trying to get points that way.
Yeah,
right?
It's fun. I mean, it's very fun to see the building that you created.
Yeah, it is cool to see it, 3D right there in front of you.
But once you play it once, I think you've played it all the times you'll ever need to play it.
Oh gosh, yes,
so
I think that's true. There's the trick, and that's it.
Yeah.
So thanks for playing Cloud City. You get a 7 out of 10 in the She Hates Games rating system. And if you watched the playthrough, then you know that already. We're just doing the month-end recap because we like to do how other game channels do. Let's be honest. What's next?
Whoa, next, the fourth hated game.
There will be no School of Sorcery in this house, Harry Potter. Okay, sorry.
Now, let me just
say, it has
say,
nothing to do with Harry Potter.
This actually has changed the way She Hates Games does our recap videos.
Oh.
Because we played School of Sorcery last month, and it actually got rated a game we liked last month.
Uh-oh.
But this is the thing, right? Why we have a new rule now that we always play games at least twice in a row. Because here's the thing, School of Sorcery, it's good one time to play, and it was like, this is very neat and very cool. And then the second time, it was just so boring and kind of not any good. So
kind of a letdown. Again, I'll go back to my dating analogy, but I won't. Right.
So again, it's another one of these light games that has little crystals, and you're battling. It's a 2-player game, and you're battling over ownership of the items and stuff. And the items are cool. The art is nice, except for this horrible. Actually, what made us hate it was this cover. It got 7 out. I think it got 6 out of 10.
You got 6 out of 10. So it was one
away from a meh. If it would have got 1 if this cover were better. So that's the idea.
Because She Hates Games rating system isn't like everybody else's rating system, because we are actually playing it to see if it can live on our shelf in our New York apartment in New York City, which is a good size.
Yeah,
but
so we're
not
harder than normal.
Yeah.
So any normal person, I'm sure, would enjoy playing.
Oh, listen to you again with the normal person. Okay, no, I know normal people, and no, there's better ways to spend your time. Denied.
All right.
Oh, is this next?
This is next.
Oh.
Yep. So what
gosh darn it, the Refuge, Terror of the Deep.
Yes.
Terror from the Deep.
Third hated game is Refuge, Terror from the Deep.
Terror of the Deep, Refuge, Terror from the Deep.
Now let me just say the story behind this game.
Okay, yes, say the story.
This is a Kickstarter that we kickstarted over about a year ago, and then the company went out of business, but somebody bought the company and fulfilled all the Kickstarters. So it's such a
cool is that?
goodwill.
What a good Samaritan,
What a
goodwill
thing
to do in the world.
The miniatures are amazing. They're awesome.
So
Why
cool.
wouldn't you want all of these miniatures? The sad part is just not a good 2-player game. We still said, and we will probably play this next
year, the next 3 years when we can have people over. Is that what you're saying?
No, there's a cooperative version.
Oh,
so
that's
we have
right.
promised to play the cooperative version to see if the cooperative version is any more fun.
Right.
But a 2-player competitive version is just no fun whatsoever. It's well, it was fun the first time we played it, but again, once you do it one time,
right.
I think the thing on this game is it's so random as far as the cards you draw and how you can get your path to the end that it's not.
Yeah, and it's almost. I kind of.
You're not guaranteed those moments.
In the second playthrough, I skated right through to my escape pod. I gotta say,
Yeah, so I mean, 2-player is not where this game shines. I think this game shines at 5-player, or maybe cooperative. So we might see, but for right now, this is the third hated game of the month of October. Refuge. Sorry, Refuge, not happening.
Yes, not happening. What score did we give that? A 5? Well, we gave it a 5 out of 10.
We get a 5 out of 10.
Woof. Okay.
And now we technically have a tie for the worst game, but we let you decide of the 2 tied hated games.
Oh, you let me decide?
Which one did you hate more than the other?
Oh, I see. Okay.
And
well, the one that isn't represented here in box form is called
Armata Strigoi.
With the werewolves and the
versus vampires. Such a great concept, such a great theme. We already got rid of the game because it was just we were so annoyed by how horrible the game was. But the miniatures are amazing.
Yeah, the miniatures are amazing. The artwork was cool.
Based on a European metal band.
Oh yes,
so there's a metal band theme.
That is so cool.
So great, but
it just didn't deliver.
Happen.
It did not deliver. And werewolves and vampires, I'm like, yes, please. And then I'm like, no, please stop.
Yep.
So we did.
I think that these are tied, but I think this next one is probably the number 1 worst.
Yes, correct. I would agree that I dislike Haven more so than I dislike what is it called? Armata Strigoi.
So it says number 2 on here, but they're both number 1 hated. So this is the most hated.
They tied for last. Good job, everybody.
That's right.
Yeah. So Haven, again, it's one of those things where
I can change that right now.
Oh gosh. What are you changing?
I'm changing it to number 1 hated.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, because it battled it out. Again, it's one of those things where we played it the first time and it was quite enjoyable. And then we played it a second time for the show live, and it was such a
another 2-player game where one
letdown.
person plays the forest creatures, one person plays the city creatures, and
you're supposed to battle.
Yeah, right? there's a battle mechanism here. It's sort of an area control where you're trying to compete over these offerings of stones. There's like stones that go to the nature gods or something like that. Very I don't know. It was just I don't know why it was more boring the second time. This may be one of these games that like when you played the first time you're like, oh, that's really neat. Yeah. And then the second time you're like, oh,
that's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it. Exactly.
And it's kind of boring to get there. So.
Now, let me just say this again. We are fans of the Ryan Lockett.
Yes.
So we're pretty much half and half with him as far as games that we like. We like the Rome. We like the Ancient World. We like some of the other games. But this one is not working.
Yep, not working. So there you go.
But again, another family-friendly 2-player game that is available at Barnes & Noble right now. If
Listen to you. You'd think we were sponsored by Barnes & Noble, which we're not, but we're willing to have discussions. So again, these are not appropriate for the She Hates Games shelf behind us.
Not going to stay on the shelf.
I did not know we were ever going to have a game shelf, and so that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, here we go. The top 5, the most liked games of October.
Most liked games,
right?
Yes. She doesn't hate all the games.
Right. And
you would think she would hate all the games.
I mean, we play Tuesdays and Fridays in October. We play Tuesdays and Fridays in the months, right? And we did a couple of extra shows this particular month. So anyway, these are the things.
The goal is we want to try to play 10
fun.
games a month, so that way we can rate that top 10.
Right. Okay. So oh yes, I know where we end up. So this is where we start.
Yes.
Dun, dun. Oh, do you want it?
Yep. So number 5.
Oh yes.
Is good old Raiders of Scythia.
Yeah, you can tell how I'm just like, oh yeah, here's that game.
This officially got rated 7 out of 10,
7 out of 10,
which is a meh for her.
Yes.
But for me, I am keeping this game because it is awesome.
Because he's a softie. Quit blocking your face.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, this game is awesome. I'm like, dude. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So
it's not awesome. Why do you? It's not awesome.
Well, here's my story behind
I
this.
said it. It's not.
Is that this is a reskin of Raiders of the
right.
North Sea. Raiders of the North Sea is a great game, but it's very Viking themed. We have a Viking themed showdown between Raiders of the North Sea and Champions of Midgard, and we prefer Champions of Midgard better because you're fighting monsters. If you're going to be Viking with swords and axes, you should be fighting monsters.
Totally.
So so I was very sad that basically we're going to have to let Raiders of the North Sea go. And then I'm like, whoa, Raiders of the North Sea, but it's not Vikings. It's a different theme. We can take it. Oh, and by the way, it's also the art of Sam Phillips, who basically does all the art for the other game that I love.
Whoa, and Sam Phillips actually came into our playthrough to say, hey.
The old Circadian's First Light. If you don't have this game, you should get this game. It's amazing.
This is the one you play solo all the time, right?
I play this game solo all the time.
Solo all the time.
And you can see the art is very similar. So I just enjoy his art style. It's very amazing.
And whoa, that's our dog. She thinks someone's coming over. Maybe it's Sam Phillips.
So there you go. Number 5, most liked game, Raiders of Scythia. She didn't like it though. But
I gave it a 7 out of 10. So, it was okay. It was meh, but it's still going to live with me. And you know what? It's going to have to chip in on the rent. That's what I got to say.
They're going to have to pay you.
Yeah. It's okay.
All right. Number 4.
Oh, this.
Here's number 4.
Yes.
That is good old Aliens Bug Hunt.
Aliens Bug Hunt. So fun.
Who knew this game would be so fun?
I
mean, number 1, it's made by Upper Deck. So you're thinking, okay, this is probably going to be some lame card game.
Oh, gosh. Listen to you. Yeah.
Right. It's so obviously just someone
Rip-off?
bought the Aliens property and said, oh, how do we make an Aliens game out of this thing?
Yeah.
But let me say this. This is one of 3 Aliens games that have come out this year.
Yeah.
And so far, this one is probably going to be the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
Just because keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Let's kill stuff and let's make it hard to kill stuff. And
That's right. And
it's
great. And it's tile laying fun.
Yeah.
And it's
and the characters are great,
aliens.
and the powers or their abilities are great. Like
That's right.
This is the one where you have a what do you call it? Cadet or an infantry guy that takes all the wounds, right? Or can take all the wounds? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Right.
So you definitely have guys that you can go in. And let me say this. There's also a comparison to this in the game called Subterra. And Subterra.
Oh, yes. Subterra for reference. Here we go, everybody. Hold on. Go to the handy dandy She Hates Games top shelf.
So in this game, basically it's the same thing. You're laying down tiles. You're guys that are trying to escape from the area, from the well. You're like stuck in a well or something. But there's monsters and they're chasing you.
Yes.
And so every round you're placing down tiles and you're trying to find stuff and you're trying to run away from monsters. This game is horrible. Because you never win. It is impossible to win this game.
Oh.
It is impossible.
Yes.
I've never won that game once in my life. Aliens Bug Hunt, same exact theme. You're laying tiles, you're running away things, but it's actually fun because you have a chance. You have a chance. You have more people around, more people that you can use.
Yeah, for sure.
So yes.
And I don't even remember. Did we die? I think we died. Did we remember? Did we die?
We didn't die. However, I think we may have cheated.
Oh,
because,
we didn't know we cheated.
Because in the beginning of the game, there was a bunch of aliens, and you should all watch the replay of our Aliens Bug Hunt video, and you can see. But at the very first round, there were aliens that got placed into a sector that did not have a tile on it. And when the aliens move, I think they were supposed to move, but we thought that if they weren't discovered, they wouldn't move.
Ah, gotcha.
So if those aliens had moved, they would have escaped, and that would have been probably.
I mean, if anything, we all know from real life, when aliens, if you're there, you're moving, whether you're seen or not. It's the old, if you're in the, there's a tree fall in the forest and no one's there, do you hear it? Is the alien rattling around in the wall?
Who's really judging you?
Right.
At the end of the day, right?
Well, I'm
it's
judging
not like we're
you.
doing a tournament.
I'm judging you.
Of aliens bug hunt.
Aliens bug hunt got 9 out of 10 on the She Hates Games
9
rating
out of
system.
10, right?
9 out of 10.
Any other month, and that would have been the #1 game of the month.
But not this month, because there's so many in battle for it. Woo!
Because she did not hate games this month, because we gave 3. These next 3 games all got 10 out of 10.
Wow, I was feeling generous.
She Hates Games rating system.
Whoa. Here we go. I need a drum roll.
Here we go.
This.
So number 3, which is again 3, 2, and 1 are pretty much all equal because they all got 10 out of 10. So what she did was of these 3, this is her order.
Then I had to choose favorite to least favorite of the top 3 who all got perfect scores.
Exactly.
Whoa,
so
that's terrible.
Of the 10 out of 10, first that got a 10 out of 10 was Coati.
It's like I love all my children equally. No, I don't. Okay, so Coati is the loser of the 10 out of 10. No. Coati is 3rd place in the top 3 who got 10 out of 10 this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and they're all so different. And so, anyway.
Yes, why do we love the Coati? Well, first, it has these really cool snake things. Second, it is basically Azul. And here's my thing.
Oh, right.
I've been looking to get rid of Azul for so long.
And I won't let him. I'm like,
because
dude,
I hate this Azul.
I need to relax.
Is there Azul over there?
It's way over there in a giant stack. Yeah.
So basically, within an Azul, it's very abstract. You're basically just placing tiles and scoring points for the tiles. This is a very similar feel to that. There's tiles in the middle, and you're drawing tiles from the middle to build to use
creating
to build your
patterns. Yeah.
But this is so much more fun.
Listen to
So if you have Azul, go throw it in the trash can right now.
My gosh.
And then go get Coati.
I thought this channel was called She Hates Games, not You Hate Azul. Oh my goodness.
That's right. So this game is just so unique and fun, and it was really great. And then also the publisher reached out to us and said this was so great that we loved it so much, and they wanted to use our review in their stuff. So we said, of course.
Yeah, so that's cool.
So everyone should go buy this game. It is awesome.
So it's fun, it's relaxing, it's challenging to try to create the greatest pattern to get the most points, and there's a lot of different ways to get those points. And you are combating each other, and but you're building your own stuff, but you're also
I mean the combating is just like Azul. You're really hate drafting against the other player, but there's not a lot of that really.
No.
You can still get what you want.
Yeah.
And a lot of people complain that maybe the randomness of the cards, but I thought it was fine. It's not. It's not.
I think it's good.
It's so much better than Azul.
Yeah, and it's just one of those really great, just a really good, steady, relaxing, enjoyable game. Yep. And now we have
the second 10 out of 10.
I'm almost torn. But anyway, another 10 out of 10 for October is
Guardian's Call.
Guardian's Call. Oh my goodness.
Knew? I don't think this game is even very new. We got it in a bargain.
Listen to, he tells us where we go shopping. He tells you guys everything.
Again, a Barnes & Noble bargain. We got this at half price on Barnes & Noble.
Goodness.
It's for $12 on Amazon.com right now.
And it's super fun.
Go get it right now.
Because you get to bluff and lie and steal against whomever you're playing. And I think, and we've come to realize that it is about who you're playing against, right? Because that's the entire, almost the entire game dynamic, or how you're going to end up getting the cards in your tableau.
Again, it's a bluffing game, and this is the trouble. Most bluffing games, and they compare this to that Sheriff of Nottingham game a little bit. Most bluffing games don't work unless there's 3 or more players, because the bluffing is normally done.
You have to gang up on each other,
or you have to figure out different player strategies and whatnot. In this, though, it works so well as a 2-player game.
Yeah.
And like she said, then you're not really playing against the game, you're playing against the other player. And also comes with miniatures. So how how can you go wrong with miniatures? You got miniatures, you got bluffing, you got 2-player worthiness.
Yes, it's really good. It's really
just a fun, quick game you can whip out and play. So yeah, it was definitely. And again, we played it twice, and both times
such a fun surprise. Just so great, because I like lying and cheating and stealing. So
That's
there
right.
you go.
And pushing your luck too.
And pushing my luck. Yeah, it's gambling, and I like to dupe this guy. This one over here. It's my whole life. It's my life's work. All right. So that was a 10 of 10. Coati was a 10 of 10, and oh my goodness. You have to tell, I don't know how we got this game. I don't know how it happened, but wow, I'm just really in love with the characters of the post-apocalyptic side? My side. And I guess there are a lot of additional, expansions coming out with more characters.
Yep.
But oh my goodness, I am in love with Firebug. Like, I love her. I want to be her.
So number one
oh my gosh,
is Gatefall.
Yes. Gatefall, woo! You won October, Gatefall.
That's right, winner of October, best game of October 2020, and yeah, it's amazing. I saw this game come up on eBay and a Kickstarter when it first came out, and then it was really cheap at the time, so I just picked it up. But then after, it just started getting so much buzz that now if you try to find the Kickstarter version of this on eBay, it's well over hundreds of dollars. But you don't need the Kickstarter version. We played just the normal version. If you check our video of it, she had a fun time playing just the normal version. And,
yes. Chapter 1.
Fantasy.
Versus.
Yep, and it just comes with these ginormous miniatures.
Versus post-apocalyptic, yeah.
And she loves them.
Just so great. Oh my goodness.
There's your fire.
Oh my goodness. I need a little statuette of her. Someone help a sister out.
Yeah, the art is great.
And her dog.
Here's the thing. Dog. A lot of people compare this game to, there's a lot of different skirmish type games or strategy type games out there where people are 2 people miniatures and they're fighting each other with miniatures. Unmatched is a very popular one.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And some others. And I think at the end of the day, the difference between those and this is those are more strategic. It's like it's more like playing chess. I'm gonna
as he looks at me and says, "Those are more strategic." So no wonder you like Gatefall, but no wonder I love Gatefall.
But I mean, for me, those strategic kind of skirmish games can be a little bit too much because it's just like
they sound plodding and they sound slow.
Plodding is a great word, right? Yes, because at the end of the day, how many times can you move and attack and have that be exciting, right?
Right.
Or oh no, I moved to the wrong thing and and now I screwed up my move and now I won't be able to.
And now my long game is maybe screwed over. Gotcha.
The genius of this is it's just going around clobbering each other, and even if you lose, you win. You get coins, and then the coins can buy you upgrades, and then you'll win later with the upgrades. That's the genius of
it's
this
so great
mechanic. So,
right, and you have a team. You have a team of players. So.
So
and if you die, you get to spawn and respawn and come back, and you can. It's just so fun and brutal, and the abilities are great. You can upgrade your abilities to amazing, kick-ass powers, and oh my goodness, it's just fun. And we played it. We played it once off screen, and then we played it on camera, and it was just great. Great both times. Yeah.
Yep. And now for She Hates Games First, she has never seen
what is this?
The Kickstarter extra figures that we did not play with, but are able to be played with.
Oh, what does that mean?
And so here's the thank you for your support from Jack Dyer.
Oh yes, Jack, he tuned in. I remember that. He popped on and he's like, it's freaky for me to watch people play my game, so I'm going to go now, right?
So here are the, for the post-apocalyptic, the extra dude is Piggy.
What?
And Piggy
does he make noises?
He has a giant hog of a motorcycle.
Stop. And he's called Piggy. Oh, my stars.
Look at this guy.
I'm in love with Piggy. Okay.
So Piggy is one that you can add to your post-apocalyptic team there.
That's amazing.
And then for my fantasy team, I have Celine.
What? Arena mode. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and Celine has a lot of cool. Every time she kills an enemy, she puts a ghost token on. So she basically has a bunch of ghosts that will come out
nice.
and attack the allies. So when she kills you, she uses you against yourself. So
that's amazing.
Yep. So there you have it. So we have 2 new characters. I'm going to get these painted up, and then we'll probably play another version with the Kickstarter.
Oh my goodness!
And have them fully painted. My goal is to have that for November, but we'll see. Maybe it'll take till December.
Oh my goodness. So yes, GATEFALL, like the characters, the artwork, the story, the skill level, and just, it's just so great. It's very, I don't want to say, it's just dramatic and fun. It's just fun.
That's right.
It's just good.
It's just good fun time. Exactly.
So great.
And one thing we haven't tried is the arena mode, like you saw.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That is every man for himself kind of thing. So you can have more. You can have more players than 2 players. Normally, it's best at 2 players. They have a 4-player version where it's basically 2 versus 2. Mm-hmm. But we haven't tried the arena mode, but that might be fun to try because that's more like Thunderdome, where you put weapons out on the arena
and you just like.
And people got to go get the weapons
and
first
start
and try
firing.
to get it. Yep. So
that's amazing. Well, there you go. There's the She Hates Games recap for October.
She Hates Games
Way
recap.
to go, GATEFALL. Way to go, Coati. Way to go, Aliens Bug Hunt. Way to go, Guardians
Best game of October,
Call.
GATEFALL. Go get it. But also,
Guardians
Call. Go get it. And also, Coati. Go get it.
Woo! Yes.
And hated.
Oh.
Most hated, unfortunately, is Haven.
Yeah. Well, it was a tie, wasn't it? Oh, but yes, most.
Yep. So
you guys, thanks for watching.
So you do a thumbs down on this one, and I'll do a thumbs up on this.
Okay. Ready?
Whoa! There you go. October worst and best.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow at 8:00. Right?
Tomorrow, 8:00. What are we playing?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
We're going to play the new game,
yes, I do remember.
Colonies.
Cosmic Colonies tomorrow.
8:00 tomorrow. Check it out. And I think that's it. That's our recap.
And yes,
October is done. It's on to November.
Woo!
All right. See you, everybody.